Good evening, people. At 12:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to present you a video I done earlier. Well, here it comes, people. Socks passed away last night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next to me on my bed. So here's the video of it. Good evening, people. I guess I'm setting that date on this video. It's August the 5th when Socks passed away.
Level 2, Roger, forward until 6:60.
He didn't eat nothing today, but he did eat yesterday, breakfast, supper, cat treats, and some canned cat food yesterday. I'm so sorry, people. I ain't got a shirt on. It's just a sad moment for me. See, Ellen. See, there's Socks right here next to me. You know, he quit breathing. He got his eyes open. I try to close it like they do humans, but they just won't close. Maybe I can get a better. Around. See, there's Socks. That's my baby. My poor baby. So I want to wait until he gets stiff. You know. Sometimes animals will. We've been together 13 years. He just a year younger than his mama and daddy was. Barry and Mama Tina. So I'm getting everything comfortable where, you know, I got the hole wide enough and deep enough. I went out there maybe 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. And dug the hole. But
Dude, that's my baby. It's like one of my children.
See, people,
I can't understand it. My mom and dad's cat lived to be over 20 before they passed
21 and
away.
22.
But most of my cats died between 12 and 13 years old. His paws is cold, his legs is cold. I know he's dead because his stomach ain't going up and down. I took a stethoscope, listened for a heartbeat. But I know he's dead. If you look at his mouth, I know he's dead. Come on. Blackie, can you all say goodbye to Socks? Come on, say bye to Socks. But Socks was beat up by me like I thought he had died between 1 and 5 o'clock. I slept maybe an hour before I went to Turning Point Church, get some food this morning. I figured when I came back home that he'd be done dead, but he wasn't. I was thinking taking him up to Scottsburg to the vet and have him put down. And with all the bills I paid on the second and today, and I just didn't have the extra money. I never miss a house payment. That's the money I would get into my house payment, and I didn't want to get in it. I'll probably come back on here about midnight, 1 o'clock, letting those people know about it. And, there's a whole lot of people that left comments on that video that I done last night and early this morning.
Hello, Robert.
But I got Wildcat sitting on my lap. And there's, I guess, Alex. I guess that's Alex. Yeah, that's Alex. Nancy's back up there on the dresser and smelling. He's laying where Socks laid last night. Nancy, come down here and say goodbye to Socks. He's dead. He's gone to kitty cat heaven. Kathy, can you say bye to Socks?
Yeah, I just
See,
like
that's
my own
Kathy.
kid.
And Nancy there. There's
We
Wildcat.
treat our
There's
animals like
Margaret.
they're our children. We
And
spoil them.
there's Alex. You know, they all loved him.
Yeah, he did live a good life, Cracker Jack.
These cats got some treats a couple hours ago. Try to put down some treats for Socks. He wouldn't eat it. I tried canned cat food. He wouldn't eat it. But he did eat good yesterday, people. That's one I hate because I don't have any money. You know, maybe I could have taken the vet and have him checked out, but I just don't have the damn money to do crap like that. This year I done buried 5 or 6 cats, baby cats. And like you all know, if you got cats or dogs or whatever you got for pets, they're like your children. That's what these cats are. But you know, I prayed to God last night and today for him to go ahead and take Socks. Because I told Socks, I said, your daddy Barry and Mama Tina will be here to take you to kitty cat heaven with Kelly and Fluffy and Billy and the other cats I've lost since I lived here 5 or 6 years. I could go in there and take me a shot of moonshine, but I've been sober from alcohol and drugs 25 plus years. But Socks and Barry and Mama Tina wouldn't want me to do that. And the other cats wouldn't want me to do that. But I'm just not feeling good. No chest pains. I figure Socks might have a heart attack or a stroke, maybe. I guess cats is kind of like humans. I guess they can have heart attack and strokes. There ain't no poison he can get into. I did clean out the cat box yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And Socks was the first one to get in it to use it. You all know when animals or people die, they use the bathroom when they pass away. Everything lets go. But Socks didn't do that. But I guess every cat is different. And I a neighbor Saturday about 1 o'clock. His dad and mom got in a car wreck. And what the other son told me, maybe number 2 or number 3, I'm thinking number 3 son told me that his dad and mom got in a wreck Saturday about 1 o'clock. I said, who towed the car in? And after he told me, I realized about that time frame, there was a car wreck somewhere in Scottsburg. Well, my neighbor, the old man, he got his own room right now. But his wife got a few broken ribs and a few other things. And he might be home by Friday. His brother from Kentucky gonna come up and spend a week with him when he gets out of the hospital. You know, Kenny, I'm gonna say Kenny Sr. He has, I think, 2 brothers, and they from somewhere in Kentucky. But Kenny and his wife been here since 60, 65, I think, somewhere in that time frame. If you all go to the YMC in Scottsburg, Indiana, you all know who I'm talking about. Only one guy knows about it. And he came over here over to Louisville for, I guess, an outpatient, or maybe putting a stem in or clean his veins out or something. I don't know. So I want you to say prayers for Kenny and his wife. You know, everybody up here in the neighborhood got cameras. He has cameras. His son has cameras. The neighbor across the street has cameras. You know, you live out in the country, you got to have stuff like that.
Okay, thank you.
Because, you know, I don't see his done. You know,
I can't take it. So, but people, like I say, animals, no matter if you got a dog, cat, rooster, or whatever, they're like your kids. So I carry him socks up to the kitchen, and the other cats in the kitchen area in the living room, they seem to know that he passed away. And the outside cats seem to know that he passed away. They all followed me over to where the hole was, and I had socks in a bag, put them in the hole, start raking the dirt in, packing it down, rake some more in, packed it down. I move my big garbage can over it. Make sure no wild animal will get into it tonight. And so, like, Socks, he been here, with me 13 years. His dad was yellow like John Wayne and Tiger, the inside Tomcats. And his mom was full-blooded Siamese cat. And she was a good mama cat. I could never understand people. She always jumped up on the bed. She would tap me on my arm to raise the blanket up. She would get underneath the blanket. She would sleep underneath the blanket. Or she'd have her babies underneath the blanket. I showed you the blue blanket I sleep with. Now it's going to be a little bit harder. Get off of the computer! You don't walk on my computer there. Why don't you go up this way and come around? Okay, Margaret? So, I want to thank you all. Thank you, Robert. And Cracker Jack. Hey, I remember when I was a kid. I used to eat melon VR and T-U. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, my friend. But I wish I had the money. I'd see how many Tomcats I got in the living room. 4. That means, if I'm right, what is it, $200 a Tomcat? Or is it cheaper? I don't know. I'm going to have to get them fixed. That way I can leave my living room door open and the cats can go out there walking around, or the Tomcats can come in here, especially McGee. McGee is a stupid he's a tiger cat, but he don't look like a tiger cat like Socks does. That cotton picker, every time you go in the kitchen, he's there right underneath your feet. The other cats is still in the chair or somewhere on the table, sitting there. And I said, McGee, why can't you learn from the other cats? I got a cat I call Rooster. And some of you people say, why do you call him Rooster? Well, when he was a baby, there was 3 roosters that I was feeding that lived close to me, but on the county road. And I went over to feed them. I usually go over twice a day, in the morning and at nighttime. I went over to feed them. They usually come running where they can eat. They didn't do it that day. They kept looking up in the tree because, chickens and roosters gets up in the trees. They're very smart animals. I said, "You gonna come over and eat?" I said, "What's wrong?" Then they started crowing. And the next thing I heard, meow, meow. That was Rooster. I guess them roosters told him to come down. And, it was a kitten. It came down, I guess, backwards. And came down. Them roosters are right there. You know how chickens and roosters get, because that was like their own baby. I picked it up. They were still by my feet. I started walking over where I dumped the food, and I dumped some more. They followed me. They want to make sure I didn't hurt that baby kitty cat. But they knew I wouldn't hurt it. So they went over to their food, and I put the rest of the food down. And I went on home. But I don't know what them roosters would feed a baby kitty cat. I know they eat bugs, but I don't know what they feed them. But Rooster, when he was a baby, he seemed to be pretty healthy, whatever they fed him. That's how he got his name. So, but I still got plenty. Where's my fly swatter? Come on. Lay down. You're going to knock my alarm clock off. You're going to my sound card off. I don't know. I got this table to put my cotton picking computer on, not for your kitty cats to get up there and go to sleep and knock everything off. But you all see, I got my post office box up there and the Cash App up there in case you all want to send something. And I want to throw I guess you could say they a paid sponsor since they're a YouTube fan. It's Lincoln City Gifts in Oregon. Lincoln City Gifts. Go to www.lincolncitygifts. Type it into your search engine. And you see what they got on their webpage. They got hoodies. They got sweatpants. They got like a thin jacket instead of a hoodie. They got, I believe, shot glasses. They got, I say, probably cups like this. They got glass figures, made out of blown glass. So go to their page. Or if you're on Facebook, you can find Lincoln City Gifts on Facebook. And if you got Instagram, they're on Instagram. Lincoln City Gifts on Instagram. They don't have a YouTube channel, but one of the owners happened to be watching my YouTube channel. So if you don't mind, go to Lincoln City Gifts. You could tell them, said, well, I saw a Tom Cartwright 4375 on YouTube talking about you, and he gave up, your web page and all this, and he told some of the stuff that you had. They, I don't expect them to give you a discount, but you can see the stuff they got. Okay, the website is www.lincolncitygifts.com. It's www.lincolncitygifts.com. That's their web page. Well, I had one of those cards, but knowing the kitty cats, they probably knocked it somewhere. But let's see. I know that's what it is.
New stone. And the homeowner didn't have you?
Okay. Lincoln City Gifts. See, if I can see, it's Lincoln City Gifts, people. That's what their webpage looks like. They got all kinds of stuff, there. I guess I get if I figure out where my mouse is. www. Dot. So there it is, Lincoln's. I think I spelled that right. It's the LINCOLN City Gifts. And it's in Oregon. Location in Lincoln City Outlet, 1500 Southeast Devils Lake Road, site 309 Lincoln City, Oregon, 97367. Hours Friday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Family owned, operate in Lincoln City, Oregon. Our unique souvenir shop, including glass floats, clothing, jewels, mug, toys, and more. Pick you out your perfect gifts to make a memory. Harry and David, now available. Like I said, go to the webpage. And you see what they have there. And every glass float is a unique masterpiece, reflecting the vibrant coaster spirit and natural beauty of Lincoln City. Whether you're a collector or a first-time visitor owning one of these handcrafted gems is like holding a piece of this picture coast town in your hands. You know, I believe they had shot glasses. You know, they even Lincoln City name drop, clearance sale. They got backpacks and bags, bath and body carrying, beach thing, classic boards, serving tray, cutting boards, beach thermal figurines. What? What, Alexi? Beach theme and photo frames, beach toys, Bigfoot, Oregon, and the Pacific Northwest, candle jams and jelly and nuts, clothing and appear, coasters, crystal sun catcher and light catchers, cups, mugs, and shot glasses, dragon and fairy figurines and mermaid figurines, furry bones, glass drinking straws with a design, Harry and David, Hickory Farms, jar jelly, jewelry of all kinds. Well, you can go to their webpage. Okay, you take care, my friend. I want to thank you all for the prayers about socks. So I'm dating tonight's YouTube channel, Socks. So I want to thank you all. But go to Lincoln City Gifts, www.lincolncitygifts.com, and you see all the stuff they got on their webpage. So okay, I know some of you have to go to work or you just got home from work. So I want to thank you all for coming up here. I'm trying to figure out the times to get on here. You know, well, my Ozempic is ready. So that means I got to take a trip to Charlestown tomorrow or today. And my son got to pick up his medicine, but this medicine he gets tomorrow, he has to pick up at Walgreens because the JC store wanted $70. And they told him that wouldn't cost him a thing. Then they told him today it will cost him $70. And he said, can't you RX, or one of RGX or whatever you call it, they use in these drugstores. The JC store, Kroger's, whatever you want to call it, done away with it. I'm kind of fed up with that drugstore, but I'm not going to tell my son where to go to pick up his drugs that he needs. So, but Alexi's there next to me, got her motor turned on, trying to comfort me. That's one thing about animals. They give you unconditional love. They're my service animals, you could say. They're not trained to do anything, but they know when the animals know, your cats and dogs, whatever kind of animals you got in your house or outside, they know when you feel bad. They know if we're going to have a storm. Look at your storm, people. Look at the birds. There's the birds around. The birds goes and hide. Watch your animals. You can learn from your animals. And I try to do everything you all ask me to on my live stream or in my automobile. And I know some of you want me to do things on police officers. Well, Scottsburg is kind of like Mayberry, Andy Griffin and Barney Fife, something like that. It's a small town. Up the road a few north of Scottsburg, you got a town called Austin, Indiana. It's smaller than Scottsburg. And you used to have, back in the younger days, you used to have ladies of the night standing on every corner. The same thing in Scottsburg City. But thanks to the sheriff they got in Scott County, Jerry Gooden, who was an Indiana State police officer when I knew him. He was an asshole when he first came a state trooper. Like all police officers, they got to make a name for himself. But he learned over the years, I've learned that if you're good to them, I know some police officers a-hole. I agree with you all on that. That if you treat them nice and treat them with respect, they just treat you nice. But I want you all to think about it. Anytime a police officer, if it's city, county, or state, FBI, Secret Service, U.S. Marshal, the Border Patrol, it'd be nice if they would have to pay for their own liability insurance. I know there's police officers on here. They probably cuss me out in the background. But if you have to pay for your own liability insurance, you would think twice of being an a-hole. But people, I'm 70 plus years old. I've seen it. I've seen drunks get to be a-holes and try to fight a police officer. When I was drunk, ladies had to watch out. I got lovable. I was a lover when I was drinking. But Charlestown used to have, they had their first woman police officer. Her name was Robin. Now she's a LMPD officer, Louisville Metro Police Officer. And if you catch up on the news and you see it, and the women getting sexual harassment by those police officers. And the chief didn't do anything. They, I guess, fired or she resigned or something. And all this, just like Robin, you know, she married her training officer. They're divorced now. Robin she was a good police officer. I loved her to death as a police officer. I've seen her pulling men over who was drunk. You know, those drunks treated her with respect. But the ladies, as she pulled over drunk, tried to knock the shit out of her. Pardon my French, people. But, you know, there's drunks out there, when they drink out alcohol or on drugs, they got the courage to fight. People, I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. Like I say, fight, fight, fight. Let's make America great again. You know, I tell you, I'm a registered Democrat. But, you know, to me, like a whole lot of people, even the Democrats, Joe Biden should retire. He's not in his right mind. If he retired, Harris would take over as president. By her taking over as president, you would see what she would do as president. But if you from California, you know what she done as prosecutor. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll let you know if I'm wrong. So but what Biden should have did, retire and let Harris take over, where the people can see what she would do as president. You know, I like to see, but I don't think she can beat Trump. You know, since the Democrat, you know, I'm like a conspiracy theory person. I believe the Democrats was behind the assassination of Trump. That's only my opinion. I'm waiting for the Secret Service to come knocking on my door. And they have to bring a local police officer that I know before I even talk to them a-holes. I know what the Secret Service goes through. I know the written tests they take. I know the training they take, because I took a test for the Secret Service years ago, so I know what they go through. But people, if you can find the video, if it wasn't taken down, and I remember just like it was yesterday, Biden said, we need to pull the bullseye on Trump. Well, look what happened. Somebody tried to pull the bullseye on him. But I want you, no matter if you're a Democrat, Republican, look what Trump did. He built that border wall. He stopped the drugs from coming over, the children traffickers, and the gang members and the drug dealers. And look, when Biden got in there, he stopped the pipeline, gas went up, grocery bills went up, opened the border walls up, let the murderers come over and kill all children or your wife or your daughter or your son. So people, I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. If you lost a loved one, if you're a Democrat, Republican, or independent, just think of it. You know, just think about it. Even if you're a Democrat, you know, you don't have to vote for your party. You do in the primary, but in November election, nobody's going to know who you vote for. And you saw on the news last week, I think it was last week. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. Hello, Forever Flower. People, I remember, thank you, Forever Flowers. I want to thank you for socks because I'm dedicating this video to this morning to socks. If you miss it, you can go back to the beginning of this video. You can see socks, or maybe you saw the video 24 hours ago about socks. Socks, you know, I showed you in the video last night. He's laying up on the dresser up there by my DVD camera recorder up there. And Nancy was up there with him all last night. I figure when I woke up this morning or yesterday morning, which I only slept about an hour, I slept more this afternoon. I went up to Turning Point Church and got some food, got a dozen eggs, potatoes, some crackers, and them Oreo cookies and stuff like that. So, people, Forever Flowers, I don't know if you're my age or not. I remember in our history books here where I live in Indiana and Clark County, they taught us about slavery. And if you all remember, it was the rich people. Back in those days, it was the Democrats. And that owned the slaveries. The black people, they was Yankees. They worked with the South as, you know, the rebels. I remember from history. So, but people, as my dad always tell me, you don't vote, you can't gripe. But people, look during the Vietnam War, the Iraq War, Desert Storm War, Korean War. That's when I was born, during the Korean War. And check and see who the presidents was. The Vietnam War was Democrats. Desert Storm was Democrats, if I remember right. But people, you got to know, I'm 70 plus years old, so my memory ain't too good. Vietnam War was Democrats. But if you all remember Ronald Reagan, he was an actor. We didn't have no wars. Under Trump, there was no wars. And I know you all hate me when I talk about politics. I'm not trying to change your mind because some people don't even vote. That's okay. That's your right. If you remember during the Republican National Convention, when Trump got up there and speak, you know, countries got some of your people, my people, and like that as prisoners. If you remember that, he said, let those prisoners go before I get in office. Okay, if you saw on the national news last week that I don't know what country it was. And you know that country released those prisoners. I know Biden probably said he got them released, but it's not going to take 4 years to get prisoners released. But Trump said it during the National Convention. And that wasn't 2 or 3 weeks later, that country that's true, people. Live the best life you can. Do your best. Don't never give up. Don't never give up. And parents, if you got young kids out there, I know you tell them like I told my kids, stay in school, get your education, look around you and see what kind of job you can get where you won't get laid off from work, where you can take care of your mom and dad, doctors, lawyers, nurses, or, stuff like that, where you won't get laid off. But people, I know when I was in school, there's not people around like me. So I want to thank y'all. It's time to get off of here. So I want to thank you, Forever Flowers, for being on here tonight. So I hope everybody have a good night. Hope you work hard. I want to thank you for the prayers of Socks. In case some of you all missed it, you can go back at the start of this video today and you see Socks and you see me in tears. And, Socks and me, we've been together 13 years. And that's a long time. So I want to tell you, I know you see it on your local TV. If you can, donate some money to St. Jude Hospital. Because, the kids got cancer and stuff like that. That's a place you can donate. And another one you can donate to is the Shriners. They help kids out. You might have a kid that St. Jude or the Shriners helped out. Here's one that really means something to me, people. Wounded Warriors. So don't forget them. So I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all. Thank you. Thank you all. So I want to say God bless you all and peace and all that. Let's love each other. Let's not make war. Let's make peace. Let's talk things out. And one thing I'm going to tell you right now, people, if you hear it, you see it, you report it. Abuse of any kind, children or women getting abused. If you hear it, you see it, you report it. That's all I ask. God put these ideas in my head, and I pass it on to you all. I want to say hi to everybody in London and the UK. I want to say hi to everybody in Russia, Australia, China, Korea, anywhere on the planet. I want to say hi to you all. I'm so proud of your people. I can't make it without you, because you all keep me going on YouTube. I don't know nothing about YouTube. Sometimes I got some good things to talk about. Other times I'm dumb as I can be. But you all gave me ideas. When I'm out there on the road, I let you see where I live in case you all want to move to this area. I tell you about coming a first-time home buyer like me. And another thing, people, you seen on TV. If you got money, invest it in gold and silver. If you can afford to buy gold coins, gold bars, or silver, invest in that. If you got $10,000 cash and you put it in your safe, and you got 10,000 in gold, which one's going to be worth more in 10 years? The gold and silver would be worth more. So you all take care of your family. Tell your kids you love them before they go to bed or before you go to work. Because, you can get in a car wreck, stuff like that, and get killed, And I know you are good parents out there. Also, if you got kids who straight A students, have them help other kids in their class with their homework or their math or English or history or algebra. Have your kids teach them. You say, why do I say that? Well, the teacher is older and the kids. If you got kids the same age as you, they understand you better and the teacher. And the kids that your kids help might be a VIP person one day. And that kid, the boy or the girl, is not going to forget that your child helped them out. And they might be a president of a good company or a CEO of somewhere. They're not going to forget it. If it wasn't for this guy when I was in high school, I probably never made it. I had the credits. I had over 50 credits when I graduated. That's with me laying out 2 years. Because Uncle Sam had me for 2. So I know you all get tired of hearing me. Forever Flowers, I want to thank you for joining my chat tonight. And if you watch the videos the last 24 hours about Socks, like I said, Socks was 13 years old when he passed away on the 5th. That's last night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I want to thank you all. Lucky I didn't have a heart attack, because you people who had heart attacks and strokes, your doctor tells you not to be upset. But when it's a baby kitty cat, it's only maybe 2 to 4 weeks old. And I tell God, let them live, take me, because their life is just getting started. I don't want kids to die. And I hope all you good dads and moms, good grandpas, good grandmothers, and I know you all good parents, you teaching your kids right from wrong. I'm very proud of you. I hope you teach your kids how to grow the garden. And your ladies, I hope you teach your children like your grandma and your mom taught you how to can your food, because it's better than what you get in the grocery store. Because you know what you're putting in your canned goods when you do it yourself. You know what you got in your garden. The food and eggs you get at the grocery store, you don't know what those people feeding those chickens. And I want you all to take care of yourself. Don't you all work too hard. And I know some of you watch videos after I post them or go live. But I don't edit my videos like some YouTubers. Even when I upload it, I don't edit them. Because I'm not going to hide anything from you. And I've been watching What the Hells. And I thought Jeremy and George a pretty good person until God had this YouTube video popped up on YouTube. It's called Storage Legend. You need to go watch his YouTube channel. And What the Hells and Storage Legend used to be good friends. If you watch What the Hell Sunday there at 8 o'clock, he didn't mention no names, but he was talking about Storage Legend. You know, because they said Jeremy was beating the hell out of George, but George said Sunday, no, that's not true. And he talked about that George is using more makeup. Well, when I saw Sunday and in the past, she has put a little bit more makeup on since Jeremy's not there. There might be some truth in it. I don't know. But I think George is smart enough. If I don't know if she dated Storage Legend or not. I don't know. And you saw a video that I shared before Sunday of Storage Legend. Jeremy was asking for a fight with this Storage Legend guy. You know, that's only my opinion. But I want to make a comment Sunday on his YouTube channel. I've been a subscriber to What the Hells for 2 years. For some reason, I couldn't make a comment. I was subscribed to his channel. I've been subscribed to his channel over 2 years. I couldn't make a comment. And another video you seen on YouTube is Lisa Richard. She's a drug addict. She's always asking for money. She got different PayPal accounts, different cash apps, asking for $20, $30 to buy cigarettes, to buy groceries. And from a reliable source, she gets about $500 a month in food stamps. That pissed me off right there. I get between $800 and $900 in Social Security a month. And I only get $150 a month in food stamps. How in the hell is that Lisa Richard gets $500 a month? It just hurt. Her kids was taken away from her. It don't make no sense. I'm doing something wrong. So I want to thank you all. It's time to get off of here and try to get some sleep. And make sure paying taxes, to me, that is theft, people. If you check it and you know what you're doing, we paying taxes on stuff that we should be paying taxes on. If you go back and check everything, on our taxes, you find out we're paying taxes that we shouldn't be paying taxes on. So I love you all. So I want to say God bless you all.